8:31 going on 8:32 right now. 55 KRCD Talk Station. Brian Thomas here. Happy to welcome back Brian Miller, Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association, and the I guess it's Kentucky. What is it? Building Industry Association of Northern Kentucky, or is it the Northern Kentucky Home Builders Association? Brian, either way, welcome back to the program. Always great to have you on.
Thanks so much, my friend. Yeah, we've actually changed our name last year to the Building Industry Association of Northern Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm on your website. That's why I wanted a moment of clarification on that. I don't sound like a complete moron, but yeah, the Building Industry Association of Northern Kentucky, just putting the association up in front of Northern Kentucky. Other than that, no change. Let my listeners, or remind my listeners, because you've done this before, what you do before we dive on into the Work Ready Skills Initiative.
Right. So we're a trade association that represents not only home builders, but also commercial and light industrial building contractors and all their support industries. We've been doing this since 1955, so we've been around for a long time. Our mission is to communicate with our membership and the community as a whole regarding the economics of construction, economic development, but also to help educate not just the consumer, but our members also, to teach them how to be better business people. And then also we've had something very special for now 51 years, which is the Enzweiler Building Institute. It's the longest running privately owned association-operated trades training program in the entire nation.
Really?
Yeah, it's very, very special to us. We're extremely unique. I just got back from Portland, Oregon, to talk about to talk with other associations about what we do and learn what they do. And we have something very, very unique to the rest of the builders associations within our National Association of Home Builders Federation around the entire country.
Well, let's learn a little bit what that Enzweiler Building Institute does then, Brian.
Sure. Well, we operate different courses in basic components of trade. So you're talking electric, HVAC, plumbing, carpentry, masonry, welding, facilities maintenance, and we are always looking to expand. And part of our expansion, which is really going to help us out, is a $2.69 million grant that's come through us, coming to us from the Kentucky Work Ready Skills Initiative, and that is a statewide, across the Commonwealth, $100 million bond released by Governor Bevan.
Okay, and how are you going to apply that $2.69 million to something that benefits, well, the Commonwealth at minimum?
So, great question. We are already operating, obviously, offering this trade training, but the grants initiative itself is to expand the capacity of good programs or to create programs where none currently exist. Part of the issuance of the grant money is that you form public-private partnerships. So we enjoy a rather unique relationship with all the schools, public schools, local independent schools in Northern Kentucky. And what we're working together with in the 5 counties that we're going to serve on this program is an opportunity for people that are in high school, young people, to come out to our centers. Schools will actually bring them out and bus them to us. Boone County schools and Ludlow Independent, as well as some Kenton County schools, have already been doing this for 2 years now. But we're going to expand our capacity in order to really drive the numbers up and multiply the current capacity we have by about 8. So we can start introducing young people to these great trades that have a great career, and quite frankly, can go through our institute and on with our partners with practically zero debt.
I'll tell you what, I'd see, and that zero debt was one of the questions I was going to get to when we come back. We will come back and get a little more information, because I know that there's got to be some parents out there excited about these job opportunities, these career opportunities. I might actually correct myself, right, Brian? It's 8:40 right now, 55 KRCD Talk Station. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. In addition to Tech Friday tomorrow, we're talking about that Oak Hills levy, where we've all thrown down declarations of shenanigans since it's next week. And who has an election in the middle of the first week of August? Nobody, unless they're trying to pull the wool over your eyes. In the meantime, I am pleased to have Brian Miller from the Building Industry Association in Northern Kentucky talking about, well, what I always understood to be a form of vocational school. Brian, the training programs that you have and have been operating now for 50-plus years, and the ones that you're expanding thanks to this Kentucky Work Skills Initiative grant, it's trades. It's as you mentioned, masonry work and electric and plumbing and the like. Are there vocational schools in Kentucky, or is this a hole and a gap that the Building Industry Association and the Enzweiler Building Institute are filling by offering these services and these programs for these high school age kids?
Well, if you think back the last few years, Brian, the impetus has really been on sending kids to four-year college.
Yeah, I know.
And so it's really gotten away from trying to express the real worldly fact is that these jobs pay well.
They do.
And so, yeah, they do extremely well. As a matter of fact, much better than some of the jobs that you're graduating from college and carrying around, hundreds of thousands of college debt when you can't find a job. This one actually pays you.
Brian,
So,
I just realized, as an aside for people out there listening, that going, yeah, right, trade jobs pay. I have seen and talked to people, experienced truck drivers and even truck drivers just starting out, and I know this is a little offbeat of what you guys teach, but, I mean, you can make six figures driving a truck.
The average wage for a journeyman, HVAC, electric, plumber, any of those three trades. This is 2-year-old data, Brian. I mean, the wages are driving up every day because we just don't have the bodies out there.
That is the problem, yes.
They're having to pay more and more and more, and the cost of housing, the cost of everything is all going up because we just don't have the labor at all. It's actually holding back the entire economy as housing is beginning to stall in the last month or two because we just don't have the people. But you're seeing wages in the greater Cincinnati area, Brian, upwards north of $50,000-$60,000. You're talking about a 19, 20-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, they're buying their first home when they're 20 or 21. They got zero college debt. The pathway to them building wealth is all before them. And if you start getting into construction management, if you apply yourself, you get a little bit of management experience, you're talking about an average wage in Greater Cincinnati of $90,000. And so you could be 26, 27 years old making $90,000. And then if you wanted to take our program, use our dual credit systems coming out of high school and into the area, into the community and typical colleges, and actually maybe go get some associate's degree classes on actual business management and learn how to own your own company. I mean, we got a great opportunity here for young people. We talk about the millennial generation wants to move up faster than anyone else. I mean, construction is a place to do it. I mean, you could be a welder in an amazing facility. You could be a lineman in an amazing facility, but you're not going to be the CEO. But if you come on and you get into construction trades, we ask people that attend our first year of school, hands up, folks. How many people want to own their own company one day? And about 90% of them all raise their hands.
Yeah.
And that just is one of the symptoms of the real issue that construction is such an entrepreneurial endeavor that, if you're not happy with somebody, if you don't like the way that they're running their business, learn how to run their business and go run yours someday.
Exactly. There's plenty of room for competition in the trades, and if you're doing a superior job, you're going to get the work. I mean, that is just a guaranteed thing.
Exactly.
But having their skill sets, that's where it all starts, and you're offering them. You mentioned getting out with little to no debt. Now, Brian Miller, how does that work?
Well, I was just going to get ready to cut in and say that our school is for folks that either have their own high school diploma or they're working towards a GED. And so these are, and we're not by any means saying that these are your C and D level students. We've got some brilliant people that take these courses, but it's an earn while you learn model. It's a traditional German-based apprenticeship model. So they come to us just 2 nights a week to learn what they have to. They actually are working during the daytime. And so even for those people that don't have jobs, we can't guarantee everybody a job. But I can tell you we've got a 100% job placement rate right now. You can go around to any college, you can go around to any university, and nobody boasts those sort of numbers because we are tied to the hip of our industry. We have to serve our membership, right?
Right.
We want to do an excellent job, and if we don't do an excellent job, we don't work tomorrow. And so we want to do an excellent job by providing a skilled workforce that is operating at a high level. And unless you get a DUI or you can't work, you're pretty much employed. And if you talk about what kind of money it's going to take to come to our school at night, we start our classes the second Tuesday in September. You can attend our school for $2,100 a year. And so there may be a fee or two associated with that, depending upon what course you're in, depending upon how many materials we have to purchase to make the course very successful. But you're talking at $2,100 a year, and you're coming out of that school, you're making $50,000 or $60,000 a year. You've got nothing that you're worried about.
And you're learning the skills while you're not just learning the school skills. You're on the job working as an apprentice, right, with a journeyman guiding you the way.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers, in the next 10 years, Brian, we're going to have over 46,000 people in our construction skills trades. And we're not even talking about roofers. We're not even talking about people that do flooring. We're just talking about the 7 skills that we actually teach. Over 46,000 individuals. And we're competing with advanced manufacturing. We compete with healthcare, IT, logistics. It just goes on and on. And I'm telling you, these wages are not going to be cooling off anytime soon because that's the competition that we're in with. And it's an old supply and demand model of simple economics, Brian. We don't have the supply of workers. There's an ever-increasing demand.
That is, and every time I've talked to you before about this, and Brian, and I always get so optimistic because I think about there's some parent or parents out there that are hearing this, and their son or daughter is just kind of scratching their head in high school. Maybe don't like that academic environment, or they're not cut out for college. They don't like it. Listen, my son is off the charts smart. He did not want to go to college. It's just he didn't want to do it. I can do this on my own. I don't need that degree. And bully for him. And, it's interesting because he's doing some trades right now, Brian. He found some fat money working in the trade. So bully for him. But there's people out there going, you know what, $2,100 a year, that's four figures. That's low four figures. And I've got, in essence, what sounds like a guaranteed job as long as I pull my weight. What more can anybody ask for, Brian?
Exactly. It's extremely simple, and we're going to shock you every day. I was just talking to our director of the school, Sean Cox, yesterday about college experiences, and just looking back and now his kids, my kids are getting to be college age, and we're looking at all these electives that they have to take. But actually, would be speaking Shakespeare in the workplace for crying out loud.
Yeah.
But you have to pay for it, right?
Music appreciation, Brian. Music appreciation.
I know, man. You're never going to use this stuff. I appreciate music. I got a radio. I can listen to it all day long.
I know. I just look back at that. I see, same with mine. I got 2 degrees from the University of Cincinnati. In the first 4 years, of course, they stay pretty focused in law school. But, yeah, I took a lot of liberal arts classes that I needed just to pass, and it was a colossal and monumental waste of my parents' money. But thank my parents for paying for it. They at least got me out and on my own. And it sounds like lots of parents out there can get their kids out and on their own, working in a wonderful career with massive demand by just getting in touch with the building industry in Northern Kentucky. Now, it got a website you want to refer us to? Is that where they should go to find out more, Brian?
Yeah, they can find things on our website. You can go to buildersnky.com or just call us on our phone, 859-331-9500, and ask for Sean. And he'll be happy to help you out. We're very easy to work with. Once we get you into our system, we're a little high tech too. You get a text message, you'll know that you're in our school. We don't have a whole process, an elaborate one to actually get in and sit down and talk to us. It's boom boom. We get you in there. We get you talk to employers. We get you to what you need to know. We get you out on the job site.
That is fantastic and exciting for a lot of folks. I just can feel it. BuildersNKY.com. Again, the phone number is 859-331-9500. Brian Miller, thank you for coming on the program and, letting people know what lucrative careers await them out there and for, relatively little money. Good to hear it. Great news, Brian. We'll look forward to having you on again real soon.
You got it, Brian.
Take care of yourself. 8:49 right now, 55 Care City Talk Station. Quick word for Beckett Springs. Addiction. It is a huge